So Dr. Dre is in the process of getting a divorce from his wife, and she's asking for temporary spousal support, and she asked for $2 million a month. The judge asked her to break down what the $2 million would be, and this is her list.
Clothes, $135.
Laundry and cleaning, $10,000 a month.
Entertainment, $900,000 a month. Charity,
Telephone,
$125.
Wait, telephone, cell phone, email, $20,000 a month.
Mortgage, $100,000 a month.
Hey, bruh.
Where the fuck are you living?
What?
Also, entertainment, $900,000.
Wait, what plan is that? The $20,000 a month cell phone plan? What plan is that?
That has to be Cricket.
I mean, what are you getting with the $20,000 a month plan? Like,
I have so many questions with all of it.
Okay,
the only one that makes sense is the charity, $125,000, where you're like, all right, I guess if you're really charitable.
yeah, and to me, the only thing that makes sense is the education.
$135,000 a month?
You live in California. If you have more than one kid, I don't know how many kids you have.
$60,000 a month. You know, my kid goes to top private school. You would have to. I mean,
You'd have to have 4 or 5 kids, right?
at least.
Yeah. Tuition and living expenses.
Dude, laundry, $10,000.
Yeah.
The judge can look at this like, get the fuck out of
But
here.
let me ask you this:
Mortgage, $100,000.
Does anybody deserve $2 million a month in support? Okay, but so for me, it all depends. Were you there with me when it started? When we were coming up, like, so say I went to law school, but my wife supported me when I was in law school. And then I got
Like, make sure you had a house and shit.
Well, but she worked while I was in law school. So the only reason I'm a lawyer and could do that is because she worked, took care of the house, took care of me, made the money. I couldn't make any money, right?
Sure.
Then you go on and become a lawyer and make a shit ton of money. I do believe
That makes sense.
She's entitled because you're not where she is.
But let's say we get married in college.
Yep.
I'm a first round draft pick. I get drafted. I go off and play.
Yeah.
And then 5 years down the road, I get my son, but it's 5 years down the road, you want $2 million a month. You weren't in the gym shooting with me, bitch.
I agree with you 100%. Here's what I think. I think if you have kids, they should not be penalized. So they should be able to keep at least kind of
quality of the life.
Because you shouldn't be like, well, dad's place is so much better. I never want to go there. I never want to go to mom's place, right?
Well, that's what they're doing. It's you got to maintain the lifestyle,
right?
So we
but
might
$2 million is too much.
We're making fun of this, but he's a billionaire. So in their lifestyle, this might be their norm. Where we see this like, holy shit. But she's like, nah, bitch, this is my life, dude. Like, we got to maintain this.
But lifestyle to me makes sense. So say, I don't know where you live, but if your mortgage is $100,000, I can't imagine a mortgage at $100,000 a month. Like, what is
the house must be.
Apparently, she's currently living in their shared home in Malibu. I don't know if that helps with your estimate.
What?
To lease, like
$100,000. There's a place in my neighborhood that's renting for $37,000 a month.
There's places in Malibu in the summer that will rent for like $85,000,
Yeah.
but you're talking about creme de la creme.
On the beach, dude.
When they're billionaires, it's just a different life. So this is normal to her.
But when you break it down like that, you look like an asshole.
Yep.
You look like an asshole.
Yeah.
If you say to me, hey, I want 1.9 a month because my kids are used to living this way, I'm used to living this way, this seems, but when you break it down and you say, hey, I need $20,000 a month for my cell phone.
Forget all that. Could you chill out on the $900,000
I know.
month?
Yeah.
I can't get over.
How could you spend? So say I'm going to give you $900. You have to spend $900,000 a month on entertainment.
We're flying. Yeah, I can spend it because we're flying first class everywhere. I'm
Okay,
sorry, not first class. We're flying private. Private's expensive, dude.
But does that fall under entertainment? I guess.
Hell yeah.
So say you want to take me
and a squad
and a squad to Miami for a show.
Okay.
What's the private plane going to cost you?
Probably $120.
Is it that much?
Well, you could do like the lease thing, which I'm not doing. If
Right.
my man is Dr. Dre, so you could do like the lease thing, but that's still like 40 G's.
But 120 gets you a fucking G-ass private.
Yeah.
I guess, dude. I guess, because you would have to try. I would have to literally, at the beginning of every month, if you said, here's $900,000 that you have to spend on entertainment,
So what I say, 40?
New York City to Miami, though.
20 grand one way.
Dude, you would have to fly private all.
But that's all she knows, dude. You gotta maintain my lifestyle.
But if you're spending 900,000 on entertainment, what do you need the 100,000 for a mortgage? You're never home because you have to go do shit for the unless you're hiring. I'm going to hire John Mayer to come over and cook my dinner.
Yeah,
like
you know what they're doing?
Count?
She's shooting for the moon, hoping to land on the stars and get like $1 million. It's insane.
If you were married to Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
or say you're married to the rich, like a real rich woman, and
Is he gonna hit me like you did his previous wife?
is it worth $2 million for you?
You can hit me. You can beat me around.
I think for $2 million,
You can slap me around.
I'm taking a punch for $2 million.
Yeah, I'll slap. You can slap me around.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I'll take a spank to the ass for
Yeah,
$2
whatever you
million.
want, Mr. Dre.
But what? Well, like, what are you asking? What do you like? Are you getting $1 million?
Yeah, but it's just all perspective.
Yeah.
Man. Like I'm sure if we broke down your monthly bills, you break down my monthly bills, nowhere near this, but to certain people, they're
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck? You spend that on shoes?
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like you spend that on Postmates? Like yeah, dude.
That's true.
It's all like there's certain levels, man.
But this is
insane either
this
way.
is
but,
so blind to just what's happening in America right now.
but not to defend her, but to her perspective, like she came up with Dr. Dre. He's a straight up billionaire.
Yeah.
So she's like, this ain't shit, dude.
Is $2 million a month anything to a billionaire? That's $24 million a year. What's $24 million percentage wise to a billion?
Well, a billion is
0.24?
100 millions, right? It's so much
100
money.
No, it's
Yeah.
like 1,000. It's 1,000 something million, right? A billion?
A billion is 100. Wait, 100 million. So a billion is 100, right?
It's 1,000 million.
1,000 million.
So that's just it doesn't do anything. 24 million.
I mean, that kind of money to me is not even. It doesn't compute.
Which is everything's free. So to the like cost isn't a factor.
I think if I had $1 billion, I don't think there's any doubt that everybody that shares my last name would be set up.
Everyone.
No, you're right. There's a
No.
couple people.
There's a couple people like,
yeah, a
get
couple
the fuck
people.
outta
Yeah,
here.
but most people set up. But I think I would have so much fun. You know, one of the things that Puma did for me, which I loved, one of my favorite things to do.
They gave you $1 billion.
No, I wish. But they used to give me all these shoes. And they would say, drive around LA. Because I would say, can I drive around LA and just hand them out to people? And they were like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Just film
That's
it.
cool.
So we would drive around. We'd find people who obviously living in wherever, and we'd hand them shoes. If I had $1 billion, I would do that with money.
Really?
100%.
You get robbed, but you probably hire security.
I mean, I'm going around with some
Now
people.
you know they're selling those Pumas for meth, right?
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, you know, except there were some people who legit crime. There were guys, I was like, what size shoe are you? And I remember I walked up to this one guy, I'm like, what size shoe are you? And he goes, 8 to 10. And I was like, what? And he goes, well, I'm a size 10, but I can squeeze into a size 8 if they're new. And I said, what are you wearing right now? He said 8. And his toes, dude.
Jam packed.
And when I was like, here's a size 10. And he wouldn't take him. He was like, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah.
what do I have to...
I'm not gonna suck you off.
Yeah,
dude.
what do I have to do? I'm like, no, these are free shoes. And he was like, I haven't worn a pair of shoes that were my size, and I can't remember. And he
Jesus.
put them on. You know what he did too, which
He
was
ran
fun?
off.
He ran like they made him. Remember when you used to put on new shoes and you were
Yeah,
young? You're like,
like,
yeah, I'm
whoa,
faster.
yeah.
Yeah. He ran up and down in front of Ralph's a couple times. He's
Yeah.
like, these feel good. I'm like, all right, dude, chill out. But yeah, dude.
When I got off stage at the Laugh Factory, right away you go, bro, I figured out what you look like. I'm like, what? This is in front of a bunch of other comics. I'm like, what? You're like, you look like a Rottweiler. We got a shit together.
Oh, you do, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, dude.
Grab that mic, son.
You do, bro. Look.